everybody. You are attending and listening to Parables from the Projects Live. Yes, thank you to everybody who is here, and thank you to everybody who is listening on whatever platform you're listening to. I am Mia Hall, a.k.a. Nene from Pink Houses. And I'm here with gorgeous Gordy from Brownsville. Never ran, sometimes will, because he be out. He be trouble come, I ain't gonna lie, he gonna run.
So that's mine.
But yes, like my dad said, thank you all for coming. So what we always like to do in the beginning of the podcast is say what's going on. So we give an update kind of on life and just what's happening between the two of us. And so my dad is going to say a little bit about, why he's here.
I was 20 pounds heavier when we planned this motherfucker. I'm telling y'all, man, they were saying I look a little like Audrey's elbow or somebody like. I was Diesel. But anyway, y'all ain't gotta believe me, that's okay. But I wanna thank y'all for listening and thank y'all for coming out. But we this is like 12 years and trying to make something, trying to make some type of connection with what people call reality. Like I don't know if we started. I was just making an announcement. All right, well, I guess it could go along with the podcast, but yeah, so just like this happened, it's the same thing happened when coming out of jail. Like it's some choices you got to make, and you hear a call. You'll hear a call, and you'll in jail I was asking for, like, I want to change or whatever. You'll be asking for that, but you never know what the change will be. But you'll get so hungry. You'll get so hungry for change, right? When you hear the right change, you hear the God change. I don't know, everybody don't have to be religious there, but I am now. But when you hear it and you answer it, I mean, everything falls in place. And I don't know if this is a story about everything falling in place, but I done lived this great life, and I wasn't a great guy growing up. So I was really bad growing up. Not killing people bad, but I was bad, and I just never thought that I would have kids. I got 2 daughters, which really stuck to me while I was in jail. Not that I did a lot of time. I just was in there a lot. You're supposed to be in college. Yeah, that's my other daughter, Jhanee. But look, wasn't supposed to be definitely. But yeah, I was upstate. I was in and out a lot, right? But when I had these 2 girls, like I didn't want this story to be. I didn't want them to be sitting in that circle and be like, yeah, my dad's at some camp or some stuff like that. So when I got out, I kind of I just was listening. I listened a lot, man. I just was listening to everything, people, places, and things. Everybody who's been to jail. So yeah, this gonna happen from time to time because they try to steal my voice. We trying to do a live podcast. These motherfuckers takes my voice, and I'm gonna try to get through this without a curse too. Cause I got another daughter that's kind of like I wanted to show it to. Anyway, but yeah. So that's where I started. I wanted to change the hood. I wanted my daughters to grow up with a father. Even though I didn't have a father, and not that even mean nothing even these days, because, you just got to hear. You got to use your ears more than your mouth. And sometimes something is trying to tell you something. And if you'll be going by other places looking for the stuff that you want. And this is what I really wanted these kids, to watch them grow up. And now I got goddaughters here that was babies, and I took them out, and we got a podcast, and I did so much, coming from such a bad place, like every drug, I'm just literally was, this is probably how I used to look when I was on drugs, but Yeah, but I just thank God I just had 2 girls because I don't know where I would have been. You know, I don't know how it would have turned out because I really thought about maybe because I was such a bad person to women and I was really bad to women too. So it's just that's where it kind of it birthed from. But then it birthed from me learning what miracles was. Like me and Mia was, I took whatever we did. I took all my kids. I had 2 kids, but everybody think I got 30 kids because I got God kids from the projects. Literally, all the kids came from the projects. I mean, but yeah. So.
And yeah, so what's going on with me? I mean, you know, happy to be home this week. You know, yes, Brooklyn is my first home. LA is my new home, but you know, it's no place like the real home. BK, you know, spread love is the Brooklyn way. R.I.P. Biggie Smalls. But what's going on with me? I was, you know, worried about my dad, not gonna lie. You know, it was tough. Like he said, he went through surgery, you know, just last week. So, you know, we didn't even know if this event was gonna happen. Wanted to postpone it, but now look at this. Like I look at the crowd like, wow, like this really was not about to happen. And you know, and the reason why we do it on the 19th, the reason why I love 19 so much, this is part of what's going on. Yes, that's my number, my uniform. Shout out to Power Play NYC. I gotta give y'all a true shout out later because you know I told y'all would get it. But yes, that's my favorite scripture is Joshua 1:9. Be strong and courageous. Be careful to obey. Well, that's starting at 6, but be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. So that scripture matches my rebirth day when I got saved. It's on January 9th. So that's how, you know, 1-9 really comes up a lot in my life. And so, you know, that's why, you know, it's like, oh, why have it on Monday night? Like the 19th, like I love 19. So y'all are going to see T-shirts, $19, they in the back. Tickets, $19, almost sold out. But, you know what I'm saying, you can order, you know, we'll make it happen for you. But yeah, so that's what's going on with me this week. You know, just happy to be here. Happy to have, you know, our God sisters, you know what I mean, here. My sister, you know what I mean? That's my sister over there, Jhanee. You give it up for Jhanee.
Oh my God, it's not my birthday.
Jhanee, you can come up.
Hi, everybody.
So yes, we got a little seat. Come on. A little seat for you too. So if y'all look on the podcast, if anybody has ever listened, wherever it is, you'll see a picture of 3 people, and that's me, my dad, and my little sister. And so the next part of the podcast that we do is the parable of the day. So today we're going to have a few parables because we got a few people here that is a integral part of this story, right? So, you know, like my dad said, it could have been 12 years ago that, you know, we were thinking like, oh, we got to share the story because so many miracles happen. And we were just like, we got to get it out there. It's going to be a book. It's going to be a TV. It's going to be, you know, what is it going to be? And we just talked about it for so long and just never really did a lot with it. I wanted to move out to LA to get a change of scenery, but also with this on my mind, like not Parables from the Project podcast, because that really just, you know, came to me this year. And we just started doing it this year, but definitely wanting to share this story. And so, you know, I'm going to let Jhanee, I'm putting her on the spot, but I'm going to let her start with a parable or a story from us growing up, you know, with that she enjoys, that she likes, you know. She can.
Is it the number 9?
Okay.
Ow. Oh, picking up garbage. Jesus Christ, I still don't live it to this day. Every time, you know, this is kind of disgusting also. Because the crackheads in Brownsville. We can't just be throwing out garbage and picking up garbage because we threw it out the window. That was that at number 9. We took pictures. Oh, your mother was home when you left.
You're right.
You're like, your kids alone in the kitchen with nothing to eat, with jelly on when you left.
You're right. Yes.
You go to Dynamite. Oh, snap. Sorry.
Because she was the littlest. She couldn't really give. She's like, mother. And we used to have to help Jhanee, man. Wow, she was the baby of all of them. That's Indya, and Charisma, they probably like 30 more kids. Come on for a second.
And beating the ground too.
Indya and Charisma.
Oh, we gotta tell you that she was on 4 weddings. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She was rigged. Don't matter because we knew what it was.
So okay. So if you've listened to one of the episodes is called From Burglary.
Oh, sorry. Charisma is an OG. Everybody be quiet. If you got anything, tuck it in your back place or look for. Sorry. You got it, son. I'm sorry.
And is a caterer, so love pots and pans. What is it? Okay. You know, follow them. You know what I mean? Cooking up all the good stuff. But yes. So one of the episodes on the podcast is From Burglary to Boot Camp. So when my dad was in boot camp, he learned all these songs. And so when he came out, when he took us out to, like, if in the city, I think the number 9 is still there. So it's a number 9 in the city. And he didn't have a lot of money, you know, not to put out there. But, you know, we it's called Parables from the Project. So it ain't like we living rich. But anyway, but yeah, so he used to just make up games that we used to just go up there and play. And so we used to march around, you know, like go to McDonald's, split up sandwiches, like, and we used to sing the songs that he learned in boot camp. So that's where The Mother Was Home on Your Left. You're right. So that's where that came from. So thank you for sharing that, Jhanee. All right. So who wants to be next? We're gonna have Indya, Charisma share a story, you know, from when we were coming out. And I'll give a little bit more background on that. So I met my sister. Well, I met my dad when I was 6. Then he took me to meet my sister, and then when we met her, he used to take us out, but then he was like, then I think I might have asked, can I bring my friends? And so I brought Tiffany out. And then we also, you know, started to bring other people. So Indya lived in the same building, Charisma.
Hung out back in the day.
And the dance. Yes, we was in East New York Theatrical Workshop. We used to go to dance class together. Oh yeah, all of us, right? All of us was in dance class together in the center. So, you know, but I'm gonna let them speak.
So I have a good segue into us really being poor but thinking we were rich, right? So I just remember, you know, I talked to my cousin who also used to come out with us a lot, and I didn't realize that we were considered poor probably until like high school because you know, we try to keep a nice apartment, and you know, we used to go to the nicest places, the nicest restaurants. And I remember one day we had like a floor model TV, and somebody asked me, one of my friends, hey, are you guys rich? And I was like, I don't know, I'm not sure, right? And so I just think that a lot of our upbringing, because of Gordy, you know, taking us out of our environment, like help us aspire to want more, you know? And I think that is so important when you are in a certain environment. If you don't really know what's out there or experience it, it's not very easy to picture yourself living that lifestyle, right? Or for your new reality. So whenever he would take us, it's almost like every time we never knew where we were going. We were just like, we're getting out of pink houses? Okay, let's go, right? And one of my favorite memories was one time we went to Mike Tyson's house. And so he took all these kids out of the projects, right? And we pull up, and there's these huge white gates just opening up. And everything was like a fairy tale. I remember we were in what was a guest room, and I walked into another room, and I'm like, oh, why is there no furniture in this room? They're like, oh, no, this is a closet. And after that experience, I said, oh, my gosh, I'm never going to live the way I was living. You know, like, this is how I'm supposed to live, you know? So after that, I remember I would tell my friends in college, oh, yeah, I've been to Mike Tyson's house, because it's now 50 Cent's house, right? And nobody believed me, of course, because they're like, okay, yeah, girl from pink houses, you were at Mike Tyson's house. But we did have a picture to prove it. So when I look back at times like that, it puts into perspective for me the importance of exposure. And if you stay in a certain environment, whether it's a richer environment, a poorer environment, you really never know what else is out there. So I really thank Gordy for that. And there's a lot of things that happen still, and I'm like, still thinking about something we did, or, you know, something Gordy taught me. So Thank you, Gordy.
Remember you beat everybody?
There's too many stories, but it's a short podcast.
Okay, so I'm Charisma. My first experience was even getting to go with them because I was raised by my father only, and he was very skeptical about a man wanting to take a bunch of kids out. So at first, my father was very, very against it, but he seen it, he saw, he watched, and then observed and allowed me to come and then allowed me to join, and that was one of the best things that I encountered. Like Indya said, Gordy exposed us to life. He also showed us that fun was free. Fun was free. You didn't have to pay for anything. Fun was free. Just to get out our environment, sitting on a bench, ducking gunshots was a norm for us. So to get out and go to whatever park, a Bogart, anybody's barbecue that we weren't invited to. Didn't matter. Kids get online, get a Frank. Gordy, I don't eat pork. Remember me, the only kid that don't eat pork. So, yeah, you always had to find a substitute for me. Always didn't eat pork. But he also taught me that you can love someone out your blood unconditionally. You didn't have to be related. They didn't have to be related to you. They didn't have to be a blood relatives. But you can show them that same love unconditionally, and it was okay. One of my fondest memories and funniest ones, Gordy had just bought this truck, Lexus truck. And of course, illegally, we piled up in there, laps on laps, laps on laps on laps, kids in the trunk, it didn't matter, we were going. And he didn't know that you can control the radio from the back of the car. It was in the armrest of the car. So every time he changed the station, I would change it again on the back of the car. So we rolled for about 30, man, I just bought this car, what's wrong with it? And the whole time, I'm in the back, nobody else knew, I'm just playing with the machine. And he's like, when I finally told him, he's like, I'm gonna kill you, I thought something was wrong with this car. But we all laughed about it. And it just was like, that exposure meant a lot to my upbringing because, again, just piggybacking what Indya said, when you don't know better, you can't do better. So knowing that, wait, people live in houses? Like Mike Tyson has this type of house. Somebody can live here. Like I can work and get to this level of life. It just inspired me, and to give to others, to give back to people. That's another thing. Like we don't give back enough. And he was doing this. I'm 36 years old, so we talking. Whoa. We're talking a long time ago that he was already doing what we talk about we should be doing now. So he created a trend, and he created a standard for us that we took on and we followed. I knew from the moment I had a child that pink houses wasn't going to be their address. I don't care what it is that I had to do. My friends call me Amon, and I'm okay with that. I love working many jobs to support my family and others. I love helping others. I love, like she said, I'm a deputy warden at the Department of Corrections. And I also have a catering business for the love of pots and pans. Love pots and pans on Instagram? Yes. But I love doing what I do. I love, everything is not about money, and he taught me that. Everything is, but like she said, you can have my daughter, 5 years old. If she have 2 kids over, I'm like, I gotta feed both of y'all? All day? Wait a minute. But he would take 30 of us out, and we all ate. Whether we had to split a Happy Meal, whatever it was, we ate, and we enjoyed it, and we had fun. So again, I thank you for showing me a better life.
So, the funny, yeah, they're right. We'll be here all night with some stories about them. But the Lexus G, we didn't start. We started with, we had tokens. We had tokens. So, some of you was underneath, you and Jhanee.
Underneath.
But then she would have to get mad because she couldn't move the damn thing because she wanted to move the thing like the big girls. But look, no, we was before the Happy Meals even came, we was getting sandwiches or going to Keisha them house to eat chicken wings and going to all my friends' mother house. And I would bring the kids in, and I'm dancing. All I did was dance and talk. Like they said, I didn't even realize it. Yeah, I didn't even realize that. But because of the call. Like, it was like a mission from God. You know, it was like when I got out, go get the kids. First thing, like, and I was as ignorant, I mean, oh God, I mean, I was as ignorant as they come. I mean, you say go right, I'm going left. I mean, for some reason, I heard this call so strong. Yeah. But Rhonda. And yeah, man, it just was it's just when you hear something calling you, man, you just try to answer something good. And I didn't even realize what I was doing at the time. I just knew wasn't going back to jail, and my girls and their friends was gonna get the hell out the projects for the day. And the funny thing is, right, I had all girls. We had one little boy. God bless the day. My son, Jhanee, passed away. You know, he was rolling with us. He was funny as hell. You know, just got caught up in the streets.
Oh, yes.
Huh? Oh, and Michael came with us. Yeah.
Sure, and then what's that? Yeah, he in that picture too. Yo.
Yeah. We got like a couple of, just like two.
Tia brother.
Yeah, but just not. But the majority was girls.
Yeah.
So this dude just got out of jail, taking all these little girls uptown. I know it was probably rumors, but when you hear that call, man, you know, you could imagine, cause you hear a call, though, yo, you don't care about what people say. Like when I was getting them kids, I didn't give a rat's nothing. I didn't care nothing. Where my girl Gab? Look, how I'm doing. Yo, I ain't give toots.
They put a dollar in their job person or something?
Yeah.
Say rat's ass? Oh. It's Monday.
But yeah, but man, when you hear something pulling at you, man, just answer it. See what happens. Cause I'm gonna tell y'all, I was broke. I didn't even ask their mothers for no money. I never came over and said, yo, they need $5 a piece at least. I never said they need gas money. Oh, we didn't. Oh, before we got the car though, we used to walk around pointing at cars. That's my car. Yeah, that's my car. And our other guy, the other guy, the Tiffany wanted the Lexus, but the Lexus came out of the blue. Now I didn't ask to go work with Mike. I ain't fill out no damn application or none of that. You know, one day I think I had lost my job or something, and he was like moving the crib uptown. You know, are we supposed to be doing something else?
Well, Nika's here too.
Who?
Onika.
Nika, what up?
I can't see.
Shout out to Onika.
Like a monkey over here.
That's yeah. So yeah. So I started. I started.
What do you mean? Yeah, we can edit. We can edit. Yeah, sure.
So I started.
Please, I've been hot for mad long in damn t-shirts.
Well, we can transition. We can transition. So thank y'all. Thank you. If you want to take a seat. Thank you, Parables.
I got a lot
Yeah,
to
so
say.
this is Parables. That was Parables from the New Breed. So my father said that, you know, when he took us out, when he took the kids out, he said, look, y'all going to be the new breed. Like, I want a new breed of kids. Yeah, new breed kids. So that was our new breed crew.
So in the podcast, it'll show how we progressed from trains to, and how I even got to working with Mike, and when he went to jail, when he came home, how I got a truck, and then how they got to go to everywhere. I didn't care. We used to take when we came to town, got my kids, put them in a hotel with us. Yeah, so you just listen to the podcast. It's a lot, because from us to get from the projects to even have the Lexus. And why did I get a truck and not a Benz? You know, somebody bought it for me, and they knew it.
We was lit listening to Mace every time you dropped everybody to school. At my school too. 1, 2, 3.
Okay,
So
I want to get one more parable while Onika is here. Onika, come up. So my dad has transitioned, not transitioned, but he is into careers. It's a career thing. But no, he's still the director of facilities at Bronx Charter School for Excellence, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, so if you listen, because when I say,
I know we're skipping around.
When I say I went from literally just taking the kids out to everything in life, like Like I'm a director of facilities at Bronx Charter School for Excellence. Now even to get to there, I had a painting company, Mike Tyson. I went bananas just from taking these kids out. So and anything I ever want, I get. Good, Onika. And now I'm doing comedy.
Yes. So, and Onika is from East New York originally, as well. So I just wanted her, and he's, they have done comedy skits, in his new. I mean, not really new because he's been telling jokes since I remember, so it's not really new, but now he's doing it professionally. And so him and Onika have done some things together as well. So I just wanted to get to share a parable from the project, so a story that you learned or remember from when you were growing up. Well, not
Gordy or just so maybe I should just say how I kind of
how you met him. Yes.
So we were in the club, right? And Gordy was trying to kick it to me. But I always see Gordy at church because we go to CCC. Shout out Reverend Bernard, right? So he was trying to talk to me. And I was like, you don't talk like that in church. He was like, wait a minute. How you know what church I go to? He thought I was going to tell pastor on him. That's what he thought. He was like, oh my God, you're going to tell pastor. But then we became friends, and like Gordy got such a dope spirit. Oh my goodness, he has such a dope spirit. So one day he came to my house because I was looking for somebody to paint. Remember Gordy? Yeah. And so I was looking for somebody to paint. So he came over and he was like trying to get the job or whatever. And then we just started talking about Jesus and how he's changed our lives, and he was telling me the stories about the kids, and he was telling me so many different stories, and he was like, he just kind of like shows up for me every time. And so I'm a comedian, and so I've been doing like comedy stuff, and I've been doing some acting, and I was like, Gordy, you wanna play my old man boyfriend? And he was like, yeah, I do. Let me know what I gotta do. So now he's Hank to my Cleophas, and we have a good time, and so we do like some acting and we do some skits and stuff. But also like he's been doing stand-up comedy, and I've been kind of coaching him and preaching to him at the same time, right? Yeah. So like.
Move over.
I be like, you got to use discernment in anything that you do, you know what I mean? Because people try to attach themselves to your light, even if they want to just stand in it or try to move you out of it. But either way, it's your light, you know what I mean? And you got to stand in it. And you've done so much to come to this point, and so everything else is going to be favor. That's just what I try to tell them. We can talk about gunshots on the projects if you want to. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, but what do you want me to talk about from the projects, Mia? That's good?
That's good, but if you want to share something else that, just growing up in East New York, yeah.
Right, growing up in the projects has prepared us for so much. And just like the young lady said, you have to be able to see it in order to be it. And most people in the projects, it's like a Gilligan's Island kind of mindset where you don't really think you can get out. It's you see people that don't look like you, so you'll say white people are rich. They don't have problems. They're happy because our exposure to another culture is normally on television, sitcoms, that kind of thing. And so what we see is violence, and we see just so much disaster. And then when you get like a light like that comes in, like bless me so much. And catch our transit talk. catch our transit talk. Like we have a good time talking. It's just, you know what it is? It's like there's never a time, there's never too late. It's never too late. You can always do a new thing. Just do a new thing. And so now, in our 40s, Gordy's way older than me, and then he got the hip problem, you know what I'm saying? But in this time, I feel like I'm 20, and I know you do too, because what happens is you get to do a new thing. God is doing a new thing, right? And he talking in the hood language, right? He like, well, talk your shit. You be like, okay, I'm going to talk it. Say what you gotta say. That's what I tell you all the time, right, Gordy? Don't try to hear me say, I'm Gordy from the project, never. I said, stop doing that. Just talk. So keep watch out. These two people are going to be amazing. They're already amazing, but it's going to grow far beyond anything that we could ask or imagine, right? Shaking up, spilling over, what? All right. Amen. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. No, follow at Diva of Comedy. There it is, there it is. You want to bring somebody else up? Okay, no. Okay, so yes, that's our parables of the day.
Gloria.
Sister G.
Sister G.
Man, Sister G, yes. One more parable because Sister G, my first job was under Sister G, intern at Rough Riders, but you know, I was introduced to Sister G when I was maybe 13 or 12, something like that, something real young. She was at like every graduation, praise God, like my high school graduation. Well, no, my college graduation, but still, she was coming through. So Sister G, part owner of Blue Smoke. I mean, I'll let her talk about herself, but you know, just Rucker Park had us in the good sweatsuits. Used to be at Walker Wear, then used to be at Rough Riders. Man, so just means so much. So I thank her for this space that, you know, this is my second time using this space. So, but yes, share, please.
Really? All right. Hey, y'all. What's happening? Thank y'all for coming out. These folks over here is just family. So ain't nothing prepared. We just off the top. So I'm going to drop a bars, freestyle for y'all. I'm just kidding. Lies, all lies. I got no bars. I got 0 bars. I'm just got jokes. Nah, these folks right here just, you know, I don't even know. I got so many stories for Gordy. Oh my gosh. I don't got no project parables, but I got a parable. Now, me and Gordy go way back. I mean, I think I met Gordy, Tyson days. That's a whole crazy story, but Gordy was always fun, period. We lived in Vegas for like, I don't even know, like a year. He was working for Mike. Mike was back in our project. And every time we flew into Vegas, Gordy had a whole itinerary of activities that we had to do. All right? But it was all fun stuff. Nothing to do with work. Okay? As soon as we touched ground, Gordy would pick us up. Yo, we going to the New York hotel. We going to go on a roller coaster. Yo, when Biggie album dropped, oh my gosh. We got a story for days. It's just... I remember that time he dropped us off on the highway because Mike called. I ain't gonna go into that story. That's not a good light story. Nah, right, Group 2, exactly. On the radio, he had to go. But me and Gordy been best friends forever since that day. It was it. It was like we met Gordy and we were friends. Me, Gordy, and April. He's like the Trinity. You can't separate us. We won. But the package came with Mimi, you know what I'm saying? So it was just a given. Like, that's my niece. I got to do whatever. Anything Mia asks is always a yes, you know. There's no other way. When you got family, you just love. It's crazy, you know, I'm from a big family. I'm the last of 10 kids. So I know what it is to be in a whole complex space. But it's amazing. This is my parable. The family that you create that's not blood. Like that family, that's a chosen family. That's a family that I've always find that you have like the highest esteem of respect and love for, because you realize these people don't have to stay. Like your sisters and brothers, like they kind of stuck. You know what I mean? Like they got, you know, something is gonna happen where you're gonna see them at some event. But this family is a family that chooses to be together, and there's so many of us. I mean, this room couldn't house all of us if we really made that call for that family that is just friends. There's people that we just grew up together. We just love on each other. We here for whatever. I could call Gordy at any time, and Gordy's gonna be like, all right, what you need? Gordy done painted every house. If he ain't paint your house, you're not a real friend. No, I'm just saying. Gordy's paint come with a lot of situations, like eating your sandwiches. You know what I'm saying? He technically lives with you when he paints your place. I think for like the whole Jamia Corporation time, Gordy could have honestly been homeless. We don't know, because he was staying at whoever house he's painted, and those projects took so long. It was just like, it's one room, Gordy. Why are we still here 6 months later? It's like he would put one coat. There's not just one stroke a day, okay? I mean, I was pregnant with Lola.
2 babies.
What? Mad babies on one paint job, okay? He talking about I'm gonna strip the wood. No, don't do no stripping because that's gonna take 6 years, and I'm gonna need your Social Security. But Gordy, listen, this is my brother. I love him to death. Mimi is my little niece. She like my daughter that I didn't push out, thank God, because they got big heads. You see, they got. Not just playing. I love y'all. Listen, thank y'all for coming out. We appreciate you guys.
Thank you. Love you.
I know I was rambling, but that's when you go off the top. You don't really have a flow.
It's all good. It's all good. We all flowing in it. Okay, so I also want to give a shout out, definitely before we go. We got some beautiful people from Power Play NYC, the founder, Ellen Markowitz, Vivian Santora, the president, current president of Power Play NYC. Anybody that knows me knows that I always shout out Power Play NYC. You know, from anywhere. Like, you know, I literally, you know, came from the projects to YMCA, was playing basketball, and they talked about this program where you could come into the city. Now, I only knew that the city was popping because of my dad. He used to take us into the city all the time, like to that number 9. So that's where that me going into the city, okay, it got to be a good program. So, you know, they took us into the city, and that's where I learned about like women in sports. That's where, you know, like Onika said, I saw, like, because all I knew of black women that had careers was what I saw on TV, entertainers, you know, athletes or whatever. But when I went to Power Play NYC, I met women that were like the president of the, you know, or the vice president at the New York Knicks. You know, she was like a black woman that was just like, I was like, whoa, like you got this like position of power. I didn't even know that, you know, people could, work for a team and not play on a team. And so I got that knowledge from Power Play NYC. So they're still doing amazing work, 20 plus years strong. So, you know, so I definitely appreciate them. PowerPlayNYC.org. Check them out. If y'all have any young people, of course, young women participate in sports. You know, I have to rate that boys do in New York. So, you know, I don't know if that's still true, but somewhere around there. It's about that. Yeah. So that's how I got involved in sports, and yeah, that was like a strong foundation for me. So yeah.
Power play.
Yes. Now we usually have a person of the day. So I just want you to know who our Parables from the Project person of the day is. So if you would do me a favor and pull out your phones. Because this person is on your phone. So I want you to open up your camera and put it on selfie mode because the parable from the project person of the day is you. So we appreciate each and every person. Yes, I hope y'all took a selfie too because y'all this goes down. And put hashtags Parables FT Projects, you know what I mean? Because y'all are the Parables from the Projects person of the day because we thank you so much for being present. Give yourselves a round of applause. So yes, that is going to wrap this episode. My dad is I don't want to say a stickler, but kind of a stickler. I know that he has a list of things he wanted to talk about. I have a list of things that he was going to talk about too, but I think that this was good.
It was good. So just look forward.
Just look
forward for Mixed Company.
Look.
Look forward for Mixed Company. You know, the whole before we even got Alexis Jeep. Look forward for listening to Mia's how do I say Mia's being bad? Mia.
Oh yeah, I used to get in trouble.
Mia got in trouble all day. Listen for that because it's a 900 story. How many times we had to stop and speak to her for 9 hours? But all right, but then listen
Jesus
up
saves.
The test that you know how you think you bad, you be like, yeah, test me, man. Sometimes that test, man, it come in all types of ways. I know I got that from this hospital because, man, this was a test, man, because I called me and said cancel it because there's no way I'm going to get out. And I'm not letting nobody see me look like this, first of all. So then,
good boy.
And then as the Thank you, bro. You know I can see, right? I ain't lose my sight. But anyway, it's crazy that I didn't invite nobody really. I mean, because I really thought, that I wasn't going to do it. But she had already put y'all out there. She said, when she said, Daddy, I got 12 people coming. I said, what? I said, right, then we doing it. I mean, I'm not going to. And then she leaves tomorrow. Mia lives in L.A. now, so I just wanted to. But now I feel great. You can even hear my voice change or whatever. If you'd have listened to me earlier today, you'd have been like, no way I'm talking like this. But just, don't let nothing stop you, man. Everything is to stop you. Whatever you think is stop you, that stuff is there. Whatever you think is stopping you, it's there to stop you. You know what I'm saying? Just move it out. I know it's gonna sound too simple to do, but literally, man, that's all I did, man. And I'm literally like, I got felonies, man. I work in a school. I've been working there for 15 years. I was cleaning toilet bowls, and all I wanted to do was clean the toilet bowls real good, not to lose my job, get back to my kids. I didn't want to make no money. I didn't know you could make 6 figures doing toilet bowls. But guess what? If you do toilet bowls and they get a lot more toilet bowls, I do a lot of toilet bowls now. But I'm just saying, for real, this is a real thing, man. It's another parable that y'all gotta hear, man. And that's why I call it parables, because all this is a miracle to me. And can't nobody tell me nothing. It ain't like a preacher could come in here, or it ain't like some fake person or somebody with some long reading skills or the whole Bible in their hand or whatever. Can't nobody tell me. My relationship is vertical, so it don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this because somebody's, All right, anyway, I know. But yeah, just listen up, man, because it's going to get bigger. Like she said, I'm doing more things at my job. I'm doing comedy now. Before you know it, I'll be on TV. And I'm just saying this because where I'm at now. And I'm not faking no funk. I'm telling you that I started with these kids, and let me stop talking, 'cause I think I made it through this one without a curse. So let me end it there, man. But just listen up.
All right, I just want to say, no cursing. So thank you all for coming. Man, there's just so many groups here. We got Power Play. We got CCC. Make some noise. Karen, make some noise. Because yes. Dang, no, since I was just a baby. Who in the next? Okay, that's CCC. Next row, 309 is in the building. What's up? That's my building I used to live in. Van Arsdale. My high school, Cardinals. Go Cardinals. Let's go. Who else? Hampton School in the building. Marissa from Bishop Loughlin. Who else is back there? Yeah. Adrenaline, an artist. What's up? I got my LA fam, y'all. Angela, she lives in New York now. Pasha, Network and Beats. Y'all know this, co-hosted by Network and Beats, representing. I can't see who else. Mom. Oh, Mom, come here. Dang, man, I'm about to forgive Mama love. If y'all listen to the podcast, that's what we do every time, so I appreciate that. Come. One more shout out, Ma. I just want to, come on. This is Mama Love. It's kind of where it all began. It wouldn't be me if...
So that's a whole another thing.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming out. Thanks to Power Play NYC. I know, so much. I'm getting emotional just thinking what all the things Power Play, her, what led to the other things in her life, especially the Cameron Orinda. Donna Orinda.
Talking about Karen Bucos.
All right, Cameron, yes, all of them. All right, so thank you for coming out. I'll be a special guest on their next episode of the podcast.
Yes. So y'all can make sure y'all listen. Okay, we also have a website now, parablesfromtheprojects.com.
But just think about it, right? So think about the stories, but that's a mama.
All right, so we thank you. We love you. We'll see you next time. Well, listen next time, but we'll see you at the next live event. And we out.